The rain tapped lightly on the diner windows like a lullaby trying to soothe the storm inside Jack Bennett's heart. It was a Tuesday. Always a Tuesday when grief hit hardest. That was the day Lily left. His wife, his anchor, the mother of his little boy. It had been 2 years, but grief doesn't keep a calendar. Jack sat at the corner booth of a faded 24-hour diner off Route 17, his son Caleb asleep beside him, his little head resting on a bundled-up jacket. The boy had cried himself to sleep. Again. The waitress approached quietly, a young woman in her 20s with tired eyes and a name tag that read Maya. She poured Jack another cup of coffee without a word. Her movements were mechanical, almost robotic. No smile. No eye contact. Just silence. Jack studied her for a moment. She'd waited on them a few times before. Always polite. Always distant. Always unsmiling. That night, something pushed Jack to speak. "Can I ask you something?" he said gently, not wanting to scare her off. "Why don't you ever smile?" Maya paused, still holding the coffee pot. Her jaw tightened. For a moment, it seemed like she might walk away. Instead, she exhaled, slow and heavy, and sat down across from him. Her voice trembled. "Because, if I let myself smile, I might fall apart." Jack blinked, caught off guard. "What do you mean?" She looked at the sleeping boy beside him, then back at Jack. "I had a son too. Max. He would have been 4 this year. He loved blueberry pancakes and dinosaurs and he died in a house fire 8 months ago. Electrical fault. I was at work. My mother was watching him. She didn't make it out either." Silence wrapped around them like a thick blanket. Jack felt his throat close, his heart cracking open in places he thought had long since healed. "I'm so sorry," he whispered. She nodded once. "I used to smile all the time. People tell me I should try again. But every time I do, I see his face, and I can't." Jack glanced at his sleeping son and suddenly felt the weight of every impatient sigh, every distracted nod, every missed bedtime story. "I almost lost Caleb once," Jack said. "He had pneumonia when he was 2. I spent 3 nights holding him in the hospital. I thought that was the worst pain I could ever feel." He swallowed. "But I still get to hold him." You don't." Maya wiped her cheek, smearing a mascara line. "No. I don't." They sat in silence again. This time, it wasn't uncomfortable. It was sacred. When Jack left the diner that night, he left a note on the receipt. "This world needs your smile. Maybe not today. But someday. For Max." And beneath the note, a $200 tip, almost everything he had in his wallet. He didn't know why he did it. He just knew he had to. 3 weeks passed. Life resumed its quiet shuffle. Jack returned to the diner one morning, Caleb holding his hand. Maya saw them and froze behind the counter. Her hands trembled slightly, but this time, not from sadness. She walked over, a plate of blueberry pancakes in hand. And for the first time since that night, she smiled. It was fragile, like porcelain in sunlight. But it was real. Jack stood, unsure what to say. "I've started volunteering at a grief center," Maya said. "For parents like me." Your note, it didn't fix everything. But it reminded me that kindness still exists. That maybe there's still something worth living for. Thank you. Jack didn't speak. He just nodded, eyes glassy. Caleb tugged at his sleeve. "Daddy," the boy whispered. She smiled. Maya never became the same girl she was before the fire. She became something more, someone who wore her pain like armor and wielded compassion like a sword. And Jack? That single dad who walked through his own storms learned that sometimes, asking a stranger one simple question can open a door neither of them knew they needed to walk through. You never know what someone is carrying behind their silence. Sometimes, all it takes is a question. A moment of presence. A flicker of kindness. And in that moment, healing begins. Be the reason someone dares to smile again.